Anderson, and it seems Gino's a little reluctant to shoot. You might want him with the puck shooting before Ian Cole.
And right now, it's, you get a little open ice there. Kessel gets going to almost full gear. When he stops up, though, it gets taken away pretty quickly. And now you're, as you mentioned, Jim, on the outside. Another block by Ryan, a couple of short passes, but they just haven't been able to get that relentless pressure that we've been accustomed to seeing the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Crosby on again. Turris beat him on the faceoff.
There's that foot of Turris in there again that helped him win the draw.
Ryan Rust under pressure. Ottawa gets the puck back. MacArthur. Haynes center ice dumps the puck in. Turris will forecheck. So does MacArthur. Hoffman holds up as the third man high. Sidney Crosby comes out, so there's 3 Senators back as Jake Gensel gets in on the left wing. Dumps the puck in deep. Ryan Rust got to it. Up the boards, Oli Mata. Anderson's lost his stick. It's just behind the net. Crosby ran into it, knocked it further away. Chugging to center, Mark MacArthur stops up, feeds Turris. Hoffman on the other side, back to the blue line. Gleason into Hoffman. He'll cycle the puck in for Turris. On to join him is Tom Pyatt as they forecheck. Up the boards, Connor Sheary. Bounce the puck to center. Hoffman's got it there. Frederick Gleason. Chris Weidman and back. Little tip in by Pyatt. Ingles is after the puck. So is Zach Smith. Gleason's going to pinch here. And he's backed up by Pyatt. And the Penguins are backed up. Into the middle. The only thing there for Bonino was the tip in. Weidman is back. Hit by Connor Sheary. Smith back to help out. Knock the puck loose and Gleason will get a chance to get out on the left side. Hard up the boards. A tip into the middle goes Pittsburgh's way. Sheary couldn't find Bonino. Hornqvist. Bonino fighting off the check of Weidman out to the blue line. Chad Ruedel in deep for Nick Bonino. Centering pass is blocked. Now he's going to go back to the point. Ruedel back in deep. Sheary takes over up against Pyatt. And the puck skipped over the stick of Sheary, and that allows Weidman to clear it. He flipped it down the ice right on the net, so no icing, and Fleury's got to play the puck, and Ottawa gets a change. Out to center, Ian Cole has to shoot the puck in. Nobody on the fly was open for a pass. Carlson plays the puck to his partner, Methot. Ian Cole held the puck into the line. Knocked loose. Brownie. Quick shot is blocked by Methot and drifted through to Anderson as Scott Wilson on a one-timer had his shot blocked.
Now, Jim, the little one-on-one battles are happening all over the ice. We saw earlier the Turris and Crosby face-off, and look at the timing of that right foot by Turris. This time he gets it in there. The last time when he won the draw, Crosby knocked him down with it, and here's a cross seam there that Wilson tried to go down the ladder, get on one knee to get all of that, but wasn't able to get everything. And you start to really get to know the tendencies and trends of the guys you're going head-to-head against as a series progresses.
And you'll wonder why young players have such a tough time
winning
face-off battles, because you've got wily veterans like Kyle Turris to do things like that.
Yeah, you don't even have to beat his stick, you got to get his foot out of the way.
Jake Gensel with a centering attempt picked off, and here's Ryan to center. Ryan, Stone, Brassard out together against Sidney Crosby's line. Phaneuf and CC, the defensive pair. Here comes Bobby Ryan with a shot. And the puck was too hot to handle and bouncing at the blue line for Dion Phaneuf.
That was one that Phaneuf had no idea where the puck was, Jim. No. It was right by his foot. And everybody almost stopped playing for a little bit. The bench giving Ryan a little bit of a laugh as he gets the chance out of it. Look, it's right by the left foot, and a heads-up play by Stone. Quick little pass across from Brassard, and you hear that noise behind Marc-Andre Fleury. Just beat him to the blocker side, but off the post and out.
Just a little bit of the outside of the post. Remember, in the first period, Pittsburgh had a crossbar and a post when it looked like they might be able to get the early lead.
1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute.
Here's Erik Karlsson in with a sharp angled shot that forces Fleury to hang on again, and you could hear a pin drop in this library that is the PPG Paints Arena, and that indicates an absolutely perfect road game.
It really has been, and you know, so much of Karlsson's game is focused in the offensive zone, but this has been a really interesting defensive game for him as well. I think he's done an excellent job in here. Look at Olli Mata. You just realize who's coming up. He just gets a little bit of extra energy and makes sure that Karlsson doesn't beat him to the outside. That's what Karlsson does so well, is catches you flat-footed for a second and then can beat you with that acceleration to the outside.
Face-off win again for Turris. Karlsson sees a little opening, threw the puck across. Mathot fires a shot. That's blocked by Carter Rowney. Hoffman. Karlsson to the net. Deflected wide by Olli Mata. Defenseman Schultz was knocked down. Turris gets the puck. Mathot. Turris quickly back to the blue line. Clark MacArthur. Karlsson fires, and an easy save for goaltender Marc-Andre Fleury because there was no traffic in front of him.
Oh, here's the little nuances in his game. Again, watch the fake drop pass here as he walks in. Looks like he's going to drop it. Nope. Instead, a little slither across the side, a cross-seam pass that is nicely blocked. And here in super slow-mo, nobody in front, so this is a clear path, and the only thing Fleury does is get out aggressively to the top of his circle. That's why so many of his passes work so effectively, because he'll bear down and just pound one in there to get the goaltender thinking shoot, and the next time he'll pass cross seam.
Penguins get the draw, and Chris Kunitz gets to center. Look at the traffic, though, that confronts him there, and Ottawa gets the puck back. Three players all over Kunitz, who just held the puck into the line. Phil Kessel. Malkin chips the puck into the middle by everybody and down the ice. With a dozen seconds to go in the period. Malkin wants the puck. Dumoulin to Hainsey. Kunitz, a little tip in, and that should just about do it as Karlsson gets back. Second period comes to an end. Score is the same as it was at the end of the first. A terrific road game, but will one goal be enough for the Ottawa Senators? Greg Anderson has been right on top of his game tonight. Not an awful lot of great chances for Pittsburgh, but when they've had them, he's been terrific. So it's 1-0 after 2 on Hockey Night in Canada.
Simpson was talking about how clever. He wasn't going to be fooled by Crosby. And then I'm just going to show you a whole bunch of clips here, Nick, and I'm going to compare Carlson and some of his stick work in getting loose pucks to a former teammate of yours, Sergei Zubov. Might have been the best at that. You don't always have to go into the pile. You can just sort of read a play, and with that active stick, he can just sort of pick out the loose pucks whenever you're able, and that's a real quality to have, but you've got to really have a cool understanding of the game. So I know you played with Zubov, very similar, right?
Really good comparable, and they both have an exceptional high threshold for holding onto the puck and then making those decisions at the last second, and usually they are the right decision.
You showed us the system before the game, and it's working.
Yeah, it's working. It's working to a T, and there's certainly a frustration, I'm sure, after 40 minutes for Pittsburgh and not being able to get their speed going. But watch Stone pull back here, and it's just like clockwork that Phaneuf steps up, and they're able to snipe anything that's coming their way with any type of speed again. Easy for that left defenseman to step up. Smith's backing up Phaneuf again. And like 9 shots on goal through 35 minutes. And here, Phaneuf steps up at the far blue line, and that actually leads to a great opportunity by Bobby Ryan. But we said this is going to test their patience, and after 40 minutes, truer words have never been spoken by me.
Well, I know who's going to test the Penguins coaching staff patience, I'll get to it in a sec, is Malkin. I mean, this guy can be so frustrating. He's such a great player, but he just doesn't always play with the same enthusiasm that everybody else does. This is the very first shift of the second period. On the power play, gives the puck away. First, second time there, and then comes into his own zone, takes a penalty. So now he's mad at himself. That's a good thing for a lot of guys. So now he finally comes back on the ice after serving the 2 minutes. Now he's engaged. Now he's going to show you a little bit of something. But here's another thing that he does oftentimes when he gets a little bit frustrated. He tries to do it all alone. So here's a clip, and then he makes a decent pass here. One more good rush. But I think for the Penguins coaching staff, I think they just need a little bit more from him, a little bit more teamwork, immensely talented. But when he gets in those times where he's frustrated, it's hard to watch him.
Well, we saw that clip on Coach's Corner with him and Tocchet, and there is a sense that Malkin does get lost a little bit, that he can lose his focus, especially in a challenging game like this. And I think we all know how talented he is, but it's that part of his game that when he does get lost and he loses his focus, he completely can disappear. I think it's one of the main reasons what lost him a spot on that NHL top 100 greatest players. A lot of people saying, where's Malkin? It's like moments like this that would keep him off the list.
He should have been there. He should have
Watching
been
tonight?
Hey,
Watching tonight?
he hasn't been great since the Columbus series, which he almost single-handedly beat the Blue Jackets, but he should have been on the top 100.
Craig Anderson.
Anderson, you know, they showed in the game that he has a weird streak going against Pittsburgh. He's lost 8 in a row. Before that, he was unbeaten in regulation against them, 5-0-3. So he's kind of had a weird streaky relationship with them. He looks great tonight. And Kelly, as you know, Anderson has a reputation as being a bit of a scrambler or a diver. He has a lot of shots tonight or redirections where he could be scrambling and diving. He just looks really in control.
Well, to me, I can deal with all that because he reads the play so well. And especially as Craig Simpson again talked about how sharp he's looked on the tips or redirects, whatever you want to call them. And that to me has really stood out.
Pierre Dorian, hockey sense, right? That's his number one. He likes character too. But let's go to Mark Mathot right now. Scott Oak. Scott.
Mark, does it feel to you like a perfect road game through 2 periods?
I mean, I'd like to think so. I know we started the way we wanted. I thought we spent a little too much time maybe in that second period in our own end, but all in all, when you're playing here against Pittsburgh in their barn and sustaining a lot of pressure, it's a good thing.
You really frustrated the Pittsburgh power play. Why is the penalty kill working so well for you?
You know what? I think we're just all finally on the same page. You know, I think in the past we've struggled a little bit just because guys are missing assignments, but it just seems like we're all willing to do those hard things like getting in lanes and blocking shots, and that's making a difference for us.
Thanks, Mark.
Well, thanks, Scott.
Excellent. Thank you, Mark and Scott. Time for some headlines. Trevor Daly.
Well, there might be some help for that depleted blue line on Pittsburgh. It's believed that his lower body injury has responded a little better in the last week, and he is a possible he is possible to reappear for Game 3. Now, the perception is out there that the production has been down on Pittsburgh, but actually, guys, it's probably equal to where it was a year ago, which speaks volumes for guys like Schultz, Hainsey, and Cole and their contribution so far in these playoffs.
Another more long-term injury we've been wondering about is Kyle Okposo from the Buffalo Sabres. Spoke to Jason Botfield today, the new GM. He says he's texted with Okposo, and the good news is he expects him to be ready for the beginning of next season. Okposo has been out. He went to the neurosurgical ICU in April. Reports have come out that it was due to a reaction to medication he was taking for recovery from a concussion, but it's really good to hear the Sabres are counting on him for next season.
And Elliot, there's talk out of Pittsburgh that Botterill may be looking at two other people involved in the organization. Director of Amateur Scouting is Randy Sexton. Of course, he was the former general manager in Ottawa and briefly with the Florida Panthers. And Derek Clancy, who's Director of Pro Scouting, he's looking at those two guys as possibly joining him in Buffalo.
And we're also going to wonder about who the coaching candidates are going to be in the Sabres. And I just compiled a bit of a list of some guys who I think are going to be on their list. Bob Bugner and Phil Housley are also on Florida's list. Of course, Housley is still in the playoffs. Todd Reardon was in Pittsburgh when Botterill was the GM there as an assistant to Dan Bilesma. Rick Tocchet, Nick and I talked about last week. And I put Jeff Ward on this list. Jeff Ward was possibly going to be the Wilkes-Barre head coach that Botterill was going to hire before he hired Mike Sullivan. So I wouldn't be surprised, since they have a bit of a connection, if he's on the list. And one other thing we just wanted to mention, Ron, word is that Kelly Buchberger, who's a popular figure in the Oilers and the Edmonton organization, he apparently was going to go to the New York Islanders to join Doug Wade's staff. He and Wade have been very close for a long time.
All right. Pajot. The Sens lead Pittsburgh by a score of 1-0 after 40 minutes of play. There's the scene outside PPG Paints Arena. We'll continue our coverage of Game 1 of the East Final on Hockey Net in Canada next.
is tipped in front by Philip Forsberg, and it's all tied at 1. He gets it up ahead. Ekholm drops it back. Johansson works it across. Lindholm scores! Austin Watson off the draw. Lindholm looks, scores! Campus Lindholm nailed it, and we're tied. Ekholm's got it. He'll work it back up. Subban works it over. There's a chance. Scores! It's over. Neal with the winner.
What a war that got to be last night. Tomorrow evening we're on the air Sportsnet, 7 o'clock for Hockey Central playoffs, and then it's the Preds and the Ducks. Nashville up 1-0 in the series. The World Championships, if Canada has an Achilles heel in international hockey, it's Switzerland, and the Swiss did it again today. Fabrice Herzog, 2 goals in the game, including the overtime winner. Switzerland wins it by a score of 3-2. Herzog, a Leaf draft pick in 2013, played 1 season with the Quebec Ramparts. Switzerland 3, Canada 2. Jimmy Rutherford and Pierre Dorian watching on. A great goaltending duel here. 1-0 Senators, the third period on Hockey Night in Canada.
Ottawa, the Senators are a period away from stealing home ice advantage from the reigning Stanley Cup champions in the first game of the series. Of the history between these two teams, hard to forget Erik Karlsson's torn Achilles suffered here in Pittsburgh February of 13 when Matt Cook's skate sliced his leg. His recovery was supposed to take 3 or 4 months, but amazingly, Karlsson was on skates 8 weeks later. He says to this day he can't pivot the same way, but you'd never know it. And what's truly amazing is the Iron Man that he's been since the injury. 3 full 82-game seasons, followed by 77 of 82 this season. Achilles, hairline fractures, nothing seems to stop Karlsson for long, at least not as long as it would other athletes, Jim.
He and his teammates have had a very solid defensive night tonight. No jumping up the ice, not very often, no risky plays. It's a frustrated Pittsburgh team. What have they got for the third period here? Down 1-0. They've had 9 shots, 5-on-5 or 4-on-4. 10 of their 19 shots came on 5 power plays when they failed to score. Bobby Ryan dumps the puck in and forechecks on Marc-Andre Fleury. Justin Schultz up the boards, not out. Ryan stole the puck. Drives wide. Pajot's with him to the front of the net. And Ryan delays and plays the puck to Mathot. That's tipped in front. It went off the stick of Pajot. He was in too tight to do anything with it. Here's another steal in the neutral zone. Carlson blasts one and Fleury made a nice left leg save. And so the third period begins just the way we left off at the end of the second. Phil Kessel. What do we do this time? Makes a little pass, tried to get it back. Forechecking. Kunitz out front, Malkin to the line. There's a shot with a broken stick for Brian Dumoulin. And the puck barely made it to the net. Senators break out 2-on-2 here. Kyle Turris. Clark MacArthur back to the net. Fleury bobbled that, but he held on for a faceoff.
Well, the early chance goes the way of the Ottawa Senators. In on the forecheck. Bobby Ryan keeps it alive, throwing back. And this is one that Pajot actually makes the save, Jim. He's in front of the net on that hard shot. You can see how Fleury was trying to battle through traffic. And I thought there's the deflection, almost found the 5-hole, and you could see for Fleury, he had no idea where that puck was. He was just trying to hold his ground and make sure nothing got between his legs.
Our first intermission, you heard Connor Sheary talk about getting through that wall in the neutral zone, making short passes and chips. We've seen a lot of going alone from Pittsburgh. Let's see if they still try and go rogue. Off the draw, there's a shot by Trossard, and trying to tuck the puck in was Alex Burrows, and there's a penalty, so the frustration will continue for the Pittsburgh Penguins, as now they'll be shorthanded.
Well, Ruhwedel on the boards, you couldn't make the play. The puck's in play, tries to chip it, gets a second chance on it, but Dzingel makes the play, and then he's forced to lose body position on Burrows there, get the stick into the arms, and the puck was in play right on the doorstep. Fleury tried for the poke check, and you can see the arms in the hands of Burrows, and that's why number 2 is sitting in the box.
During the regular season, Ottawa went 6 for 12 against Pittsburgh on the power play. They could use a power play goal here for a little insurance, couldn't they?
For their last 15 now, Jim. You mentioned the fact that they made it through the New York Rangers without really having anything going on the power play the entire series.
They weren't getting leads. They weren't scoring on the power play.
It's hard to believe you win, isn't it?
They had some great late theatrics. In comes Kyle Turris and plays the puck back. Carlson with a slap shot that hit Pajot. Hit him in the skate. He was trying to find it, and the puck is cleared on a deflection out of play.
Yeah, that one is right off the toe, it looked like. It doesn't look any worse for wear. And I mentioned just the timing. You know, so often we talk about power play and percentages, and I find especially when you look in a playoff series, as you can see, he tried to get the tip and ended up blocking it. It's not so much the percentage, it's can you get the timely power play goal, and this is a really big one after killing so many of the Penguins.
How about the trust of the coaching? Jean-Gabriel Pajot, 5-on-5 checking center, kills all the penalties out on the power play. Mata moved the puck around the boards. Cullen got it to center. Carter Rowney slipped the check, cuts in front, passes off. Great save by Anderson on Oli Mata, who didn't get much on it. Now he's got to get back defensively. And they come again. Pajot in front of the net. There's Weidman's shot, or excuse me, Mark Stone, who got in deep. His shot went off the side of the net, and Carlson has the puck once more. Pajot moves to the front of the net. Turris with a shot. And again, Pajot got a piece of it. In fact, his stick broke in half as he tipped it. That's 3 in a row.
He blocked that one. Didn't even get to Fleury either.
Battle down low is won by Ottawa. Here's Carlson. Turris fires a shot and he missed his mark. Stone knocked the puck out of the air. Carlson rink wide. Turris turns towards the net. MacArthur's coming off the bench. Here's Alex Burrows. Past the puck off the back of the net. MacArthur goes to the front of the goal. Carlson stays on. Stone turns, drops it off. Carlson shoots, missed the net. Rebound. Burrows got a hold of it. Trying to tuck it in on the backhand, couldn't do it. Turris, checked by Matt Cullen, up the boards, he didn't get it out. Carlson keeps it in again. And the power play is set up once more as the penalty's almost over. Stone moves in, shoots up high, trying to beat too fine, he missed it. Penalty's over, Ruhwedel's back on. Turris keeps the puck in. Burrows looked out front, lost the handle on it, and the Penguins have the puck back. Carter Rowney. And a shoot in by Ruhwedel. So Ottawa's 0 for 2 in the power play. Pittsburgh's 0 for 5, and it's still a 1-0 game. There's a steal. Bobby Ryan passes off the post. Brassard put it off the post and out. And another play set up by Bobby Ryan. So close to getting the insurance they desperately want. And that was against Sid Crosby's line. And they forced another turnover just outside the Pittsburgh blue line.
Again, a quick forecheck. They just surprise you because so often they're not being aggressive in that role.
In Cole, chip and chase. Ryan Rust along the boards. Crosby fighting to get the puck back. Ruhwedel trying to hold it in, and the puck is up into the netting.
Well, the best chance really for the Pittsburgh Penguins came shorthanded in this period is Carlson tries for the big hit on Rowney, and then that one, not all of it was Ole Mata, didn't get a lot, but that was a tough save for Anderson. And Brassard's the one that came in all alone, and another post, Jim. We've had 2 on each side now, as Fleury beat on the blocker again by Brassard, but not the goal post.
Well, a big game brass would usually score those against Pittsburgh. He had great playoffs and got his nickname from his playoffs against the Pittsburgh Penguins in previous years. Here's Malkin. This is the line that looks really frustrated. Malkin and Kessel in particular. Mark Mafat. Up the boards into a crowd. Dumoulin holds the puck in. Malkin in traffic. Wild whack at the puck by Phil Kessel. He couldn't get it, and the puck is cleared down the ice. Race for it, and just winning the race is Ruhwedel. It's icing against Ottawa.
Introducing the latest Huawei smartphones. Make every shot a cover shot. The new Huawei P10 and P10 Plus.
The real game is off the field in the new soccer drama. 21 Thunder coming to CBC this summer. Malkin won 57% of his faceoffs in the Washington series. Is a little deceiving. He looks like he's never taken a faceoff before, but he wins some big ones, like that one with his forehand. Off the boards, Phil Kessel couldn't get the puck. Zach Smith stepped in front of him. He gets into the attacking zone, waiting for some help. Throws the puck at the net. Fleury with a blocker save. Tom Pyatt's after the puck. Justin Schultz to Ole Mata. Under pressure from Dzingel. Through the neutral zone, Phil Kessel forced wide. Malkin cuts into the middle. Passes off. Kunitz with a shot. Anderson with the save. Mata, his pass into the middle of the ice, and there's Dzingel to clear the puck away again for Ottawa. They'll change on the fly. On comes Nick Bonino's line for Pittsburgh. Hornqvist cut into the middle. Bounce the puck in. Carlson's there. Bounces the puck right back out. MacArthur. Turris falls in behind him. Clark's backhander went off of Fleury. He gets to the puck as he ran into Hornqvist. The puck's jarred loose, and Nick Bonino's got it to center. He'll chip it in. Turris is the first man back. Forward, back, helping the defense, and the breakout starts in a hurry. Leon Fedot. Advance the puck. It's tipped in by Hoffman. Another quick change for Ottawa. Ron Hainsey up the middle. Crosby returns to the ice. Pajot is right there in his hip pocket. Crosby has to go back for the puck. Jake Gensel. 3 Senators back. The drop pass. There's a shot by Dumoulin that's blocked. Crosby follows. He's hit by Stone, who stole the puck. And up the middle again. Jean-Gabriel Pajot drop pass to Bobby Ryan. He's run over and knocked down and hurt by Brian Dumoulin. From behind, Pajot stole the puck, shoots it, it's loose at the side of the net. Fleury had no idea where it was. And Ryan is back up and on the bench, and so is Pajot. Into the attacking zone again. Jake Gensel's shot deflected up and out of play. Bobby Ryan on the bench needs a little help. buried by Brian Dumoulin. A cross check into the boards and no penalty call, with Ottawa leading 1-0 in the third. Cup final. Watch for the hashtags on Sportsnet and CBC broadcasts, and tweet the hashtag @Sportsnet. To be entered, Sportsnet Capture the Cup is presented by Rogers NHL Game Center Live. Continues to be a frustrating night, start to finish for Pittsburgh. They can't seem to get through this Canada wall.
If you remember, Stone blocked the shot too, so he was just checking out his boot, and Ryan, the one who got clocked, is on the bench seemingly okay as well.
Here's the Malkin line, and they get the draw. Phil Kessel's got the puck, and look at the room that opens up. He walks in, shoots, that's knocked down by a wall in front of the net, and Cody Cece's slow to get up after blocking the shot. Chad Ruin lost his stick, got it back, and got some help to get the puck back. That could have been a disaster. And the Penguins have to start out of their own zone. They're spread out all over the ice, and that's been a problem for him. Kessel's on his own. Anderson made a save, and he hopped on the rebound before anybody could get to it.
Jim, one of those plays off the face-off as the players bump back and forth, pushing and shoving, hacking and whacking, and it's taken 2.5 periods to get to this point in this early part of the series. As you always see, that temper seemed to bubble over. But here it's all about assignment. Off the face-off, Burrows, instead of going and staying with Kessel, he went with the defenseman, and that caused just a little bit of patience there for Kessel to get an extra second or two and hit on the instep of Cody Cece. And what you always seem to see, Jim, come playoff time, is a lot of gloves in the face, and that's why I got it.
And what you usually see is Dion Phaneuf is in the middle of them, no matter which team he's playing against. And Wes McCauley having a discussion about that. And Dion acknowledges that this time Wes is right.
Interesting. Off the commercial break, you had Malkin first in the offensive zone. Now Bonino coming out. And as the Penguins desperately needing some offense to sort of chart the ice time of Sidney Crosby coming.
Over Sheary lost control of the puck. Wingles gets it up the middle. Here comes Carlson on a rare rush tonight. He's on his own, and he's stopped by Fleury. Rebound came back, and Carlson got taken down, and he gets up screaming at the referee, and he's told to just play on. In comes Bonino. There's a great stick by Wingles. Knocked the puck loose to center. Bonino to Schultz. The tip in by Hornqvist.
Then Cece coming back to the bench too as he went down after blocking that shot.
Now Hornqvist gives way, and Sid Crosby's line third up. MacArthur takes a shot that's deflected by Ron Hainsey, out of play.
Well, sometimes pitchers tell the best story, and it's Carlson. You just amazed at how quickly he can create some separation. 4 strides to the outside, and he's got a lane there. And There's the trip that he wanted as Ole Mata got him. And you're right, Jim. Just that sprint up. You know, those 5 strides and then takes the puck to the outside. Tried to outweight Fleury and hope that he could get him to open up the 5-hole. And that's a lot going on a shift there. And he made sure he argued and then got back.
Turris has been good on the face-off tonight. Won that one again. CC fires a shot and he forces another face-off.
Well, it's really interesting the tendencies we showed earlier. Turris using that foot so effectively. The interesting thing, though, he doesn't do it against everybody. He goes up against Cullen, just goes straight back. Goes up against Malkin, does the same. But Crosby, every time, it must be something about the way that Crosby likes to get underneath that Turris has used that technique to perfection. And he's had a pretty solid night. He's at 67% on the night.
Well, he's not going to let Sid go to the backhand. He's not going to let him whip it back. He wins this one cleanly against Matt Cullen, who's a pretty good face-off man. So you just keep riding him if he's winning all the draws. CC to center. Hoffman missed the puck, an icing call against Ottawa. And it is deathly quiet in Pittsburgh. Never miss a minute of the action. Get live coverage, news, videos, and more with the CBC Sports app. They're trying to drum up some enthusiasm.
The in-arena trying to get things going, but there just hasn't been much spontaneous interaction, has there? What a great first road game here by Ottawa.
Here's Turris with another win over Sid. Hoffman slaps the puck in. Ottawa changes. Turris forechecks. Mata tries to wheel. Jake Gensel at center. Crisscrossing with Crosby. Carlson blocked his shot. And now the puck gets up into the netting.
Well, just Turris really owning it in this game. And this will just continue on. And let's have another look. This is Crosby on his strong side, Turris on his, but he just tries to make sure that that foot impedes any of that strength. One thing when Sidney Crosby, as you mentioned before, when he's winning draws, he can out-quick you, and then he's got that hand down so low that he gets good power on it. And that foot is just causing trouble getting in the way.
So you know that he'll figure something out as this series goes on, and that's going to keep happening. You'll be watching all the video of that.
And he'll be getting a couple of whacks on the top of the laces, I would think, a few times too.
Might just steamroll him.
Might lose a few. In the old days, you get a cross-check to the head, but nowadays you're not allowed to do that.
Chris Kunitz. Chad Ruino. Holds the puck in. Here's Phil Kessel. Relays to Ian Cole. No chip in. Getting some open ice is Kessel. Or trying to. CC stayed right with him. Bobby Ryan. Up the boards to center. Pajot will race after the puck as it falls on the stick of Chad Ruino. Again, the Senators get the puck back. And they've just about got this to halfway through the third period. Still 1-0 on a goal that was scored at 14:32 of the first period. Brassard comes flying in here, and he couldn't get to the dots fast enough. There's another icing call against Ottawa.
Well, and the icings haven't really even hurt the Ottawa Senators, have they, Jim? Whether it's a key face-off win or the one thing Guy Boucher has made sure is that he hasn't really been caught with a defensive pairing that can hurt him. At times you'll see maybe Weidman Tyson get split up so that you always have one of those top four in on these kind of ices.
It's Mathot and Carlson here. Carlson for Burrows against a pinching Dumoulin. Ainsley stood up at center. Hornqvist shoots the puck back in. Up the boards, Connor Sheary. Hornqvist taken out by Mathot. Brassard got held up, moved the puck to the corner, could get it no further. Now Burrows against the pinching defenseman again, and Hornqvist claimed a victim there. He got Burrows. Burrows gets up, gets the puck out, and he gave Hornqvist a shot.
And he's trying to draw a penalty to get a reaction from Burrows. Did he ever? Just caught him with his head down, turning, and just got pasted into the boards. And then went back at him, Jim, trying to see if Burrows would retaliate.
They're still in an animated conversation at the bench. Schultz with a shot. Deflected out of play. And it's still Hornqvist and Burrows in a conversation I'd love to hear. There's the hit by Hornqvist. Burrows with a little shot back. And they all fall down. On Hockey Night in Canada on CBC and Sportsnet. Fans tonight, but they're trying their darndest to get their team going. There's 3 shots in the third period, down 1-0. Just 12 shots at even strength for Pittsburgh tonight. And here we go again with Crosby against Turris.
I wondered if you might see Sullivan just load up a line here for one shift after the commercial, putting Malkin and Crosby together, but this time it's Crosby's line alone.
Crosby snapped that baby back.
There's that speed. He got in there before the foot could get down.
I thought one of these times he's going to take a penalty, tripping up Turris, just taking a hack at him. Rust is in along the boards. 3 Senators there. Crosby got the puck out of that scrum. His centering pass was blocked by Carlson before it got to Jake Gensel. Another good stick at the side of the net. Here they come again. Crosby. Gensel hits the trailer. Not side of the net. Rust is stopped by Anderson. It was way out of the net. Net was rocked and just about came off as Crosby is in front of the net. Another stick by Carlson. Steers the puck away. Here's Schultz holding the puck in. Gensel with his shot. Sliding to block it is Turris, and he's broken his stick. Penguins stay on the puck with a push here. Thrown out to center. Changes start for Ottawa. And a change is needed by Pittsburgh, so that little push comes to an end.
Yeah, you survived the push with Carlson making a really good play at one side of the net, and Anderson with a heck of an aggressive save, telescoping out at the other.
So aggressive, he was 10 feet out of the net by the time he made the save, and there's yet another icing call against Ottawa.
Well, so often you think, okay, you can get Carlson running around, and Crosby coming down tried to use the net as a bit of a screen. And then this one on the shot there by Russ, you saw how quickly Anderson just came out and closed the gap. There was just nothing there, and no time for Russ to make an adjustment and try to pass that puck across.
So now it's Malkin's turn to try and get something done, and he gets the draw. Kessel to Hainsey, and another nice save by Anderson, and the puck bounced off the referee. Kunitz. Kessel there with him. Malkin's in behind the net. And another board battle. Carlson and Phaneuf are together. Mark Stone up the boards. Ryan and Hainsey come together. Chris Kunitz back to help his defense. Here comes Malkin. 1-on-3, turned back. Kunitz throws the puck to the open side. Kessel to the blue line. Dumoulin's shot knocked out of the air. Here's Malkin. Forced outside again by Bobby Ryan. And Carlson moved the puck up the boards and out, and now he wants a change as Dumoulin's forced back into his own zone. Fourth line shift here now for Pittsburgh. Cullen tips the puck in. On the fly, Scott Wilson. Tyson is back, played the puck dangerously in front of his own net. Wilson couldn't get a shot as the puck bounced on him. And Cody Ceci got it out of harm's way to center and then dumped it in. Was hard forechecking. Ceci pitches. Got Burrows there with him. Poked the puck loose with Eric Brassard. Along the boards for Burrows. He'll cycle it back until some time. Brassard to Ceci to the net. Murray made a save with Burrows cutting in front. Didn't see it and it bounced off him. Straight up the middle. An errant pass by Ian Cole gives Ceci the puck and he throws it back out through center. Crosby's back on. Cross-ice pass, Rust. Dump the puck in. Anderson set it up behind the net with Ginsel forechecking. Tyson up the boards. He's going to get off the ice here. Back on comes Mark Mathot with Chris Weidman. Mathot let the puck go along the boards. Zach Smith up the boards and out. Icing against Ottawa. Cool Under Pressure is presented by the new Gatorade Frost. Your fuel to play cool.
When the heat was on early in this game on the road, especially a 5-on-3 against 3 power plays early in the game for the Pittsburgh Penguins, it's been Craig Anderson who's been cool as a cucumber. He's been acrobatic. He's been aggressive, as we've seen here in the third period, and just a solid night in goal for the Ottawa Senators.
Well, there's been lots of good sticks and blocks in front of him. They not only clog up the neutral zone, but they certainly clog up the house in front of the net, don't they? And Pittsburgh can't find a way through, and they look like a pretty frustrated group here. Still a little time with which to work, and they're only behind by 1 as Hainsey gets the puck in deep. It's hit into the boards by Mathot and knocked down. Kunitz through the puck to the net, they score! Malkin tipped it in! And you wondered if one was going to be enough. Finally a breakthrough. It's a tip by Malkin. It's 1-1.
When an unlikely hero to start things off. He's talked about all the frustration. It's Ron Hainsey who goes in alone. A smart dump into an area that nobody can get it. Absorb a hit. Get support from Kunitz. And how many times have we seen in this playoffs just get the puck to the net? Anderson expects it to get right through to him. A quick turnaround by Malkin. The deflection ends up going underneath the stick of Anderson. A spin around and right through the 5-hole. That was a great view of it there as Malkin just redirects it enough, about 3 inches or so, and goes right between the legs of Anderson.
A line that had been frustrated, could do very little. Got a tip in. Malkin's 6th of the playoffs, and now it's 1-1. Senators couldn't quite steer home the lead. Now they've got to get back on the attack here. See if they can't forge ahead again. Finally, this crowd is into it. But the play is in the Pittsburgh zone. Hoffman to Turris. Got himself loose. Bobby Ryan racing in. Overskated the puck. Kyle Turris has it back to the blue line. Quick shot by Phaneuf wide of the net. Chasing the rebound. Ryan got the puck to the point. Carlson to Phaneuf. Fakes the shot. Takes the shot. Fleury makes the save. Finally a breakthrough at 14:25 of the third period. Malkin from Kunitz and Hainsey 1-1 on Hockey Night.
dictated terms for much of it. They paid a price. Bobby Ryan hit by Dumoulin earlier, but stayed on the bench. Both Mark Stone after he blocked that shot, and then Cody Ceci blocked one, and both limped down the tunnel, went to the room for a while, but came back. The Sens are going to finish this game with some bruises, but they won't hurt nearly as bad if they can find a way to win it, Jim.
Gino's parents are watching. Finally, the building is into it. Pittsburgh wanted to play a possession game, but they've not had the puck as much as Ottawa tonight. But they do have a 1-1 tie and an equal chance of winning game number 1 at home now. Energized Pittsburgh team gets to the attack here. Back through center. Schultz is back, had to dive to get the puck to the boards. Pajot stumbled, but he got up, got the puck, only to have it taken back by Carter Rowney. A thought. Get the puck in the attacking zone. Cullen to Oli Mata, off the boards. Carlson broke up a play, but the puck hit somebody on the Ottawa bench.
And then Carlson again is having another discussion with Brad Meyer. We saw behind the net where he felt there should have been a penalty. Here's another one as Wilson's coming by, and an errant stick right in the side of the face. Wilson didn't even realize, and Carlson looked up quickly. Meyer didn't bite, and he goes to the bench shaking his head.
Crosby's line back on. Phaneuf and Ceci out against him. That's Rust and Burrows getting a scolding from the linesman. And they don't listen. Brassard got the puck back. Phaneuf all the way down the ice. That's played by Fleury. Ian Cole up the boards to center. Rust with some speed. One man to beat, and he can't get by Dion Phaneuf. Burrows was coming back, and now he's got the puck. Run to the boards by Sidney Crosby, and the Penguins retrieve the puck. To the blue line, Chad Ruhwedel to the net. A bouncing puck goes to the corner. Rust to Gensel, trying to pop back against Phaneuf here. Hold off a check. Crosby gets a hold of the puck. This is when he's at his best. On his edges, ran into Phaneuf, got by him, gets the puck back, trying to go up the boards. Brassard took the puck away. Back in comes Gensel. Crosby goes to the front of the net, and the puck comes to Brassard. Off the boards, that's played perfectly to MacArthur, and he can't get a good shot. Pounded by Ruhwedel. To center, a turnover. Back in come the Senators. Turris in front, MacArthur stopped by Fleury. A play started by Wideman at center ice. Here's MacArthur again. Plays the puck to the boards and crossed up Turris. He couldn't get it. Here's the line that scored for Pittsburgh. Kunitz. Kessel shoots, hit the bar, and the puck popped out of play. Tremendous chance for this line to get the go-ahead goal.
And an absolute rarity in this game as teams trading chances. Ottawa at one end, a deft little pass there by Turris gets in. A stick maybe all that saved that one from getting a better shot. And then back the other way, the D forced to back off the line, and just a rocket of a wrist shot by Kessel up and off the crossbar and out, and he can't believe that one didn't go bar down.
That's 3 off the bar posts for Pittsburgh tonight. Cullen won the draw. Rowney threw the puck at the net. Anderson made the save. The rebound battling for it is Mathot. Rowney gets a hold of it, had to go to his backhand, and he was checked by forward Ryan coming back. Hainsey holds the line for just a moment. Pajot starts out for Ottawa. Sees an opening, threw the puck in, trying to get in and forecheck. Dumoulin is back. On the boards, Stone trying to come up with a puck. His stick abandons him, and Carter Rowney gets out to center. At the end of his shift, Dumoulin dumps the puck in. Stone's got a new stick. Balkan's line comes right back on. Short rest, and they return. Stone trying to pick his way through here. Got a weak shot wide. Brassard onto the puck. Dion Phaneuf in deep against Phil Kessel. Long stretch pass from Malkin just got by him when Kessel spotted him, and this goes for icing.
It's going to be offside.
Offside, way offside.
So the Penguins should be able to change here. To me, it was just a long stretch pass for a second was going to be there, and Schultz hesitated for the quick pass. Kunitz there, and I think it's offside.
They're going to let him change.
So they get to change. That's a big play.
Attacking zone face-up, Kyle Turris has been brilliant on the draw tonight, and he'll take it. He's got Hoffman set up in a shooting position. And on comes Clark MacArthur to join them. He'll line up on the right side to go to the net. The thought up on the left side in against the boards, and the lone man back at the blue line is Carlson. Sid to take the draw, and again Ottawa wins it, and Hoffman, that's the guy you want to shoot, and getting out to block it is Brian Rust.
Yeah, and there seemed to be a little confusion between the Penguins. Even Rust right now is going to the bench to get an actual description of where you want me to be, because both Schultz, look at the left of your screen, Schultz is on the defenseman, Rust is just a little hesitation, but he ends up getting out there and getting enough of that as the shot came.
So they'll do it again. And Sid won this one on his forehand. Nick Bonino, the second center on the ice, threw the puck out to center ice, but he's turned it over to Ottawa. Hoffman will drop the puck off to Mathot. Carlson to Hoffman. MacArthur's got an opening on the right side. Puck flipped off his stick, but he puts it deep for Turris. Just to Schultz. Rust trying to break through on the right side, can't do it. Puck's poked away. Here's Turris moving in. MacArthur's right behind him. There's the shot, there's a rebound. Nobody can get it there but Chad Ruhwedel, who starts out very quickly. Gensel lobs the puck in. He's going to start a change. Rust in deep. Ceci comes out of the corner with the puck. Ian Cole shoots it back in. Cullen's right on him, and he turns up the boards. With the puck ahead, Scott Wilson won't let Phaneuf get the puck out. Coke loose, Wilson fed the puck in behind the net. Brassard against the pinching Cole to center. Tom Pyatt's after the puck. Ruhwedel knocked it loose in the last minute of the third period. Ruhwedel off a skate. Senators have the puck back. Pyatt with a tip in. Another change starts. A minute to go in the third, and a 1-1 tie in game one of the Eastern Conference Final. There's Gino. He's inside the blue line ahead of the puck again, offside.
Well, this game has gone very much the way we anticipated, Jim, with a bit of a different strategy, a different style of game than the Penguins had against their last opponent, the Washington Capitals. And they've had to make adjustments. They've had to try to stay patient. And it looked for a while like the Senators were going to play pretty much a perfect road game and just keep everything to the outside until that one deflection of Malkin has tied this game up.
Got within 5 minutes and 35 seconds of the perfect opening game on the road. And now they're headed for overtime for the sixth time in these playoffs, unless they can get a late buzzer beater here. Malkin is back to the puck, chased by Pajot. Long pass to try and spring Kessel down the right side. Not a chance. And so to overtime in game one in the playoffs of overtime. An early goal by Pajot for Ottawa. A late goal by Malkin of Pittsburgh. And it's a 1-1 tie headed to OT. Here's Ron and Don. Here's Ron and Don.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any better. How's it look?
We're going to see. So I have some bad news for the Marlies. They lost tonight, 5-1 in Syracuse, but 3-2 Syracuse in that series. That's your silver lining, at least. What's the story on the jacket? Who made it?
I was over Marlies one time. I did a thing for them, and Coop made it. John the Coop made it, and I thought I'd give it to them they asked me to do it for charity. I just have to see it. It looks beautiful, eh? He did that on his own, too. Anyhow, let me just tell you what Pittsburgh's plan was, and it almost worked. Katie bar the door, as we used to call it. One guy.
Ottawa's plan.
Or Ottawa's plan. What did I say? Pittsburgh.
Well,
And now watch, well, same thing. They can have no shots too. But watch the guys back right now, like this, and you know it almost worked. It worked pretty good. You'll Malkin. See the guys back? See them playing defense. The forwards are playing defense. And then they just dump it out, and it almost worked. But you know, when they're coming at you all the time, and you have a guy like Malkin, you're in a worry. Now, we have Hainsey. I saw this here coming right now. I knew what he was doing. He dumped it in, and he knew he was going in. He knows he's going to get hit. Watch. All he wants is to get banged up against the board. He wants to get the puck in because it's 1-0, and you look what happened. Dump it in. You don't have to get killed. He knows he's getting hit there. You don't have to go in head first all the time and see what happens. Get the puck in, and it's a funny thing. Every interview Chris does, and everybody does it, and at the end of it, they always say, well, how do you get in? Well, we got to get the puck in deep. And then you talk to the experts, and they say, possession. Ridiculous. Get that puck in and get going.
It was a great. Let's look at the bench. The tablets has become a big thing in this series. Malkin's kind of getting into it now, too, as he learned what to do from Rick talking just before they scored the goal.
I know. But what I said, and you and I had sort of a violent argument, I have never seen a guy reach back and then start playing with the thing himself.
Yes.
I've seen the coaches do it, but I've never seen it. Oh, you agree?
No, you don't see that often, but it does happen. But anyway,
have you ever seen it?
No.
Have you ever seen a guy sitting on the bench playing?
Well, there's actually earlier in the game one guy doing it, but the coach was holding it, but he was.
I told you the coaches and everything. Now, you have a theory on this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, you see,
we'll have to listen then. We'll have to shut up.
Okay,
and listen.
shut up. All right,
these are the posts.
Quiet.
But do you have them sound on, Brian? Okay, 4 posts.
Quiet.
Enjoy. So it's wrong. And,
so your theory is that you know what, that doesn't go ping. Usually they go ping. That goes clunk. Now I want to hear your theory why it goes clunk.
Well, this is the kind of stuff that you and I do watching hockey. So it's not really meant for television. But
what did you say?
I said maybe the pucks are more frozen when they're hitting the post and pinging, versus they've been out there for a little bit and they're kind of dormant or whatever they would be, rubberier. And that's why they sound a little more silent.
Well, I have to sit and listen to this from the weatherman. He actually means that they're super frozen.
Well,
now what?
I do. That's it. I do believe that Derek Brassard was a critical post. In all of those posts, he could have made it 2-0, and that kitty by the door might have worked for Guy Boucher's game. But it didn't. We have a great game one, tied 1-1. By the way, I should mention the Burroughs, disallowed goal. I think a lot of people are wondering about that in the second period. No problem, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was the right call. Whistle blew. You can't drive a goalie's pad or glove into the net. So that's that. That'll be in the Post-Gazette. My discovery.
This overtime magic brought to you by Subway Restaurants. Create your masterpiece with our ingredients.
He turns around twice. Phaneuf shot, score! Dion Phaneuf!
Crosby wants to move it in front if he can. Gets with a shot, score! Penguins have won it in overtime!
Comes on the passes up there to Ryan, dropped it back, turns right, scores! Ryan wins a game for the Ottawa Senators.
Neal cuts to the middle, off to Fiala.
Kevin Fiala!
Back to Perry. Perry out front, off a skate, they score! The Ducks complete the comeback.
Doesn't shoot it here. The pass to the side of the net, score! Ottawa Senators win the series. Here comes Peugeot on the way down. Peugeot scores! Peugeot with the winner.
He left the puck to Larson. Getzlaf intercepted. They score! Silverberg on a pass from who else but Ryan Getzlaf. Getzlaf out of the corner. Centering pass. Perry scores! And the Ducks come back to win 4-3.
Torres, blocked, second chance, he scores! The Senators triumph in overtime, and they lead this series 3-2. Ekholm's got it, he'll work it back up, Subban works it over, there's a chance, scores! It's over! Neal with the winner.
Getting ready for overtime here in Pittsburgh, presented by WestJet. And just seeing that highlight of the James Neal goal, gentlemen, let's revisit that for just a second. Neal threw the amazing hit on Montour. I don't know how Brandon lived. And then Matthias Ekholm was just all over the ice. He reminded me of Brent Burns more than maybe Carlson. What did you think about that game last night?
Exceptional. I thought that Ekholm, in particular, the guy that you're talking about, paired with Subban, was really, really good. I thought that Ekholm typically is more like the stay-home kind of guy, and so for him to take charge, I thought it was special.
You know, we were wondering how long that game was going to go last night. This one, I'm wondering, because Ottawa could just grind this one right down to a standstill.
And it's not just the top four, but the top six. We saw Irwin, Weber making good contributions on that blue line as well.
Well, one thing, Elliot, 6 goalposts tonight. So if one of those goes in, maybe we're going home a little bit earlier. Let's get to Evgeny Malkin and the tip.
Okay, so last intermission, we were talking about Craig Anderson and how brilliant he is reading the plays, in particular the tips, deflections, redirects, all those sorts of plays. And that's why this goal kind of surprised me, because Anderson's in really good position, just a tiny bit aggressive with his stick. You can see maybe an unexpected deflection from Malkin, but right in front, I kind of thought that Anderson should have maybe expected a redirect, and for him to get a little bit aggressive with his stick kind of caught my attention, because he had been so good with not allowing any holes earlier on plays similar to that.
And Kelly, there's no question that Malkin's a lot more engaged in the back half of this game than he was in the front, and well documented on Coach's Corner, the Tocchet situation with Malkin. And when you've got world-class players like Malkin and Crosby, as a coaching staff, it's all about getting the most out of them. And just his body language, there's no question that Tocchet's finding different ways to challenge him, but you can sense the frustration of Malkin on the bench, that he's being questioned. So what does he do? He goes out there and he gets the goal. And just to watch his reaction, it's just not about scoring the goal to tie up a game in the Eastern Conference Final, but there is a sense when he was celebrating that there was a little vindication on him, right? Don't question me. I'm a world-class player.
A top 100 player.
No, not according to Kelly. And Kelly had a vote.
That's what I was going to say. I was making sure to get the last jab.
If you're,
you didn't vote?
No, I didn't.
You vote in everything.
No, I didn't have a vote for that.
If you're a Senators fan, you see Erik Karlsson calling for penalties there in the third period. Did you have a problem with either of those?
I didn't think the one was a high stick. It was more accidental, and of course he's trying to get
maybe the trip behind the net.
No, I'm good.
Let him play.
Here's the disallowed goal, and it is just the right call. It's not a disallowed goal technically. It's just the whistle blows.
And how rare. The four of us agreed with this when we were watching behind the scenes. So this one for sure. There's no question that to me Fleury has the puck not only trapped by his pad, but his glove was on it as well. So Burroughs came in, and you can't do that. You can't shove the goaltender's equipment into the net.
Well, and his left leg is firmly planted there until Burrows drives his pad over the goal line, so no question.
I also thought it was intent to blow too. Like the whistle was
You're
close enough that I couldn't see how they could review that.
Bobby Ryan.
You really love that intent. That call, don't you? Bobby Ryan, you know, when he went down, there was a stretch there for a couple of minutes there for Ottawa. Bobby Ryan got hurt, Mark Stone got hurt, Cody Ceci got hurt, and that was very concerning for them. I think Ryan, after he was really good against Boston, he wasn't as much of a force against the Rangers, but I think tonight he's been really good, and that was a major concern for Ottawa when he went down, although he is back. That behind-the-back pass, and you showed it on Coach's Corner, and Kelly, you mentioned it too. That's the second time he's done it in the playoffs. And Mike Condon, the goalie in Ottawa, talked about how impossible that is for a goalie to defend when Patrick Kane did it to him when Chicago was in Ottawa, and he looks just fantastic doing that.
Even that exchange with Crosby as well, I liked a lot because, again, it's showing that you're engaged, you're in the game.
All right, shots right now are 32-26 in favor of the Senators. The faceoffs have gone the other way. They're now 52% for the Pittsburgh Penguins, despite Kyle Turris and his magic foot. The hits is the other interesting category, 27-25 in favor of the Ottawa Senators. But that's the only place we have a disparity. It's 1-1 on the scoreboard as we get set for overtime.
Ron, thanks very much. Marc-Andre Fleury has been sensational for the Penguins in these playoffs, and he is not above giving credit where credit is due. Let's look back to the Washington series. Thank you, Post. You were very kind to me. Once again. Thank you, Mr. Post. I really appreciate your kindness. And you may recall Fleury stopping Ovechkin with the shaft of his stick in the 7th game on Wednesday night, so the stick gets some recognition as well. Then tonight, Fleury thanks the Post again, and that doesn't count as one of the 31 saves he's made tonight, but it's the goaltender at the other end who should be thankful. Craig Anderson, as the Penguins have hit 3 posts tonight, but should anybody be thankful? Because here's a quote that Craig Simpson well recalls. Grant Fuhr used to say it all the time. You hit the post because that was all I gave you. Overtime to decide game 1. Jim and Craig.
Absolutely. It's been a symphony of pipes here tonight. And a 1-1 tie. So the 7th time in Ottawa has gone to overtime in these playoffs. 5-1. They've had overtime goals from Bobby Ryan, Phaneuf, MacArthur, Pajot, and Turris. Jake Gensel has the only overtime winner for Pittsburgh. They're 1-1. In this playoff of extra time, we have extra time in game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final. A new life for the Penguins after they were stifled for so much of the game. Karlsson almost at 28 minutes to start overtime. Advance the puck. First man back is only Mott. Up the boards. Rust got plowed and knocked down by Mathot. Karlsson back to the puck. He leads it in the corner. Mark Stone. Bobby Ryan is with him. So is Pajot at center, but the puck doesn't get through the neutral zone. Back in named Justin Schultz, and he was turned back. Karlsson will jump up here on the right side. Pajot to the net. Tried to relay the puck, and Schultz cut him off. Knocked the puck away. Gensel up the boards. Karlsson gambled. He pinched and held the puck in. Clark MacArthur off the bench. Hard around. Karlsson is there through the puck at the net. That was tipped by Pajot, and a great save by Fleury. Hoffman jumps in and gets the puck. MacArthur to Hoffman. He shoots. Fleury with a blocker save. After the puck is MacArthur. Turris has been excellent tonight. He's after the puck. Schultz trying to go up the boards. Here comes Dion Phaneuf on the pitch to hold the puck in again. Only Mata to the other side. This time Gensel with a little room. Gets the puck to center. Not any further though. Karlsson dumps the puck in and completes a change.
Mata and Schultz are dead tired here, Jim. They're trying desperately to get the puck up.
Here's a pass up the middle. Chris Kunitz is checked by Cody Ceci. Kunitz again. He set up the tying goal. Leaves the puck for Malkin. Dumoulin with a shot that went off a stick into the corner. Puck's bounced up the boards. Tipped in by Ryan Dzingel. Alex Burrows in on the fly after the puck. And Chris Kunitz. Evgeny Malkin. The drop pass. Phil Kessel tries to feed Kunitz. That's broken up. Kunitz against Dzingel, and Ryan Dzingel won the battle. Off he goes straight up the middle. Derek Brassard fires a shot. He just missed the net in the puck at a sharp angle. Comes all the way back to center. Frederick Kleisen is there with Chris Weidman. Third deep pair. Pittsburgh's changing. Long change in the first overtime period. First man back, Ian Cole. Zach Smith is right on it. Tom Pyatt is there. Ian Cole. Up the right wing boards. Phaneuf tried to pinch and hold the puck in. He got lucky there for a second. He missed it, and Ottawa still kept the puck in. And now Cole again. Chased by Smith. To center. Phaneuf stood up there, and the puck comes. The man backing him up, Kyle Turris. To an open side. Zach Smith in deep. Up against Chad Ruedel. Puck is jarred loose. Bobby Ryan comes in to get it. He threw it back in the corner, but he didn't have a teammate there. There was a change underway. At center, Ryan intercepted a clearing attempt. Turned back at the blue line. Here comes Matt Cullen with Scott Wilson. Takes a shot that went off a leg wide of the net. Mark Stone is back up the boards, and the puck is tipped through center. Oli Mata. Justin Schultz. His pass. An escape. Pajot sends the puck back in. Stone was after it, couldn't get it. Turris up against the other number 7, Matt Cullen. Hard off the board. Stone has the puck checked by Mata. Here comes Kyle Turris with some speed. Gets into the attacking zone. He got by Crosby. Crosby back for the puck. Clearing attempt intercepted by Turris. Kept the puck in for MacArthur. And Crosby took it away, and here he comes. Rust is on his right. Gensel is on his left. 3-on-3. Here's Sid straight up the middle. Gets the puck to the corner, and he threw it in front. It'll bounce to the blue line. Hainsey just shoots the puck off the boards, and Crosby is there. Centering pass. Rust to the blue line. Dumoulin shoots. Anderson with the save, and he stops play.
A real good early pressure by the Ottawa Senators forces Fleury to have to make a couple of saves. Carlson with a deflection in front that Fleury was coming off the post but able to get a piece of it. And then through traffic again. He stayed up long enough to get the elbow on it. And we haven't seen too much of this, have we, in this game? The open ice for Crosby, tries to split the D and almost makes it through, but a good stick by Hoffman, followed up there by Carlson.
Sid sits down. Mike Sullivan goes right back to Evgeny Malkin. He'll face off here against Pajot, who won the draw, but it's a false start. Malkin loves to win with his forehand, but he's on his not on his forehand side here. He's going to try and draw it back, and that's usually advantage Pajot in this situation. Senators get the puck. CC to Pyatt, and just push the puck out to center. Ruedel shot it right back in. Beyond Phaneuf. Across the blue line. Sard in deep. Kessel back to help out the defense. Gets the puck. Ian Cole ahead to Malkin at center. Drops the puck off for Kunis. He tried to hit Kessel, and that was cleared by Pyatt. Back in. Cross-ice pass, and oh, that's close. Just offside, and you know the kind of shot Kessel has, and he's not very happy about the call.
Oh, just Evgeny Malkin just a little bit too quick on that play. I thought preceded the puck because Kessel's still shaking his head. We've seen a lot of that. The frustrating night for Kessel for most of it.
Having a conversation with himself because he was giving answers too. Pajot, Stone, and Ryan against Cullen, Wilson, and Rowney. Tyson up the boards. Bobby Ryan couldn't control the puck. Ron Hainsey had it flipped onto the Ottawa bench on a deflection.
Well, the narrative all night long has been the defensive stylings of Guy Boucher and his team. And I said right from the get-go, you know coming in against a really fast team, Pittsburgh team that just knocked off the President's Trophy winners, that they'd have to come out and play Ottawa Senator hockey. And boy, to a man, they've done that. It's been a really frustrating neutral zone for the Pittsburgh Penguins. They didn't really have much going on, and finally got a bit of a break on that deflection by Malkin to get us to overtime.
Haven't wavered in the way they play. Here comes Jake Gensel in again. cut in, couldn't get the shot. He was knocked off stride. Mata's shot hit the net all right, but it's the one that's over top of the glass.
Well, for Gensel, he was off balance, lost his speed, but was able to keep making plays. You don't have a whole lot of speed. He's looking to make a play, gets around, and then all of a sudden is falling, but tries desperately to get the puck there. And a good stick defensively again by the Senators to not allow any shot to get through.
Sid's going to take the draw against Pajot. Hasn't been able to solve Turris tonight. See how he does here. Can't solve Pajot either. Puck is held in low by Justin Schultz pinching. There's a chance for Bobby Ryan trying to pull away. Ryan by himself. He scores! What a rush, a breakaway goal for Bobby Ryan, and Ottawa wins Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final 2-1.
And the right guy at the right time in the right situation, as Bobby Ryan shows all kinds of composure and quickness on that shot. What a play coming in on Fleury as he goes off dejected. But watch just a little burst of speed here. Watch Oli Mata at number 3 just gets caught for a second. The puck goes by Schultz and it's off to the races. 3 quick strides, and then watch how quickly he takes the puck from one side to the other without any delay and up on the backhand. That's such a tough read for a goaltender. The puck goes about 3 feet from the right side to the left. And watch the release, just no hesitation at all, and Fleury can't get across, can't get high enough, and the Ottawa Senators, almost a perfect road game, take that early one-game lead.
5th goal of the playoffs for Bobby Ryan, his 2nd overtime winner, and the Senators are now 6-1 in overtime in these playoffs and have the lead in the Eastern Conference Final. Late goal by Malkin, forced overtime. Bobby Ryan's goal wins it, Ron.
home.